Jose, a 3-1 defeat after a fabulous start. The game just got away from you there.
I have nothing to say.
Nothing to say about the game at all?
Nothing. I have nothing to say.
Nothing to say about the Lucas decision that left him on the pitch?
Nothing to say. I have nothing to say.
The Costa clash?
I have nothing to say. I'm so sorry, I have nothing to say.
Do you not think it's time to have a chat to the fans just to give them some message, give them indication of your thinking?
The fans are not stupid.
We heard them chanting your name.
The fans are not stupid.
You did say before this game that you weren't worried. Are you a little bit more worried now?
No. Worried about what?
Your future, your own position at the club, the backing of the board?
No.
Nothing about the game at all?
At all.
No individual performance you'd like to pick out?
No.
Nothing about the performance going ahead?
Nothing.
Nothing about the way we could fix it?
I cannot say.
Thank you for your time, Jose.
Thank you.
Jose Mourinho. Well, now you're the manager of Manchester United. You have plenty to say. It's been a while since you were sacked in December at Chelsea. You're pretty much sacked because you lost 9 out of 16 Premier League games. But that's in the past. We're here now. And your first press conference on Tuesday, it was quite controversial, to the surprise of nobody. I mean, this is who you are, Mourinho. You can talk the talk, but the question is, can you walk the walk at Old Trafford? But without further ado, let's get into those wonderful digs in his press conference.
There are some managers that the last time they won a title was 10 years ago. Some of them, the last time they won a title was never. The last time I won a title was 1 year ago. It was not 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it was 1 year ago. So if I have a lot to prove, imagine the others. I was never very good playing with the words and playing with or hiding behind words and hiding behind philosophies. I was never good on that. In fact, I never tried to be good on that. I was always much more aggressive in my approach. About Ryan, let me finish with it, because I want to make it clear. I never run away about my responsibilities, but the reality is that it's not my responsibility that Ryan is not in the club. The job Ryan wanted is the job that the club decided to give me. It's not my fault. Ryan wanted to be Man United manager, and the club, for the reasons that only the club, the owners, Mr. Woodward, the board, they can tell you, they decide that the job was for me. From this moment, Ryan wants to be a manager.
All right, first, let's talk about what he said. Wenger's comments obviously were more specific in terms of there's no doubt about who he is talking about. He's saying some coaches haven't won in 10 or 15 years. I'm pretty sure Wenger hasn't won a title an EPL title in about 12 years. So there's no debate about that. And, that is his arch EPL enemy. By this point, as long as he's coaching in the EPL, he's probably going to take digs at Wenger at any chance that he can. He's going to do it. Now, about Louis van Gaal's philosophies. For those that don't know, Louis van Gaal was the manager at Manchester United. That's who Jose Mourinho replaced. And Van Gaal usually always talked about his philosophy. And while he is a decorated coach, I am not one of the people that rate him poorly. I mean, that's literally all he was in terms of his voice, the message he brought out to fans and to pundits and to world football fans alike was that his philosophy. But there really wasn't much to show for. Although I will applaud him for his ability to bring youth and somewhat develop. People weren't happy, and Jose Mourinho took a dig right at him, saying, "I'm not going to hide by any philosophy." So that remains to be seen. The third thing was his dig at Ryan Giggs. Now, Ryan Giggs is a Manchester United legend. former player, assistant manager. As soon as Jose Mourinho was confirmed to be the Red Devils' new manager, Ryan Giggs hightailed it out of there, and Mourinho pretty much said, look, I have no problem with Ryan. Ryan's decision was to leave was on his own accord. He wanted my job. For whatever reason, the board gave it to me. To me, there's really nothing controversial there. It's just the truth. But then again, there's a lot of people that said that will say and defend Mourinho that everything he said on Tuesday is the truth. And given his huge trophy cabinet, it is. But next season in the EPL, he's going to have to battle Conte at Chelsea, Guardiola at Manchester City, Klopp now already a year in at Anfield with Liverpool. So this could be his hardest challenge, like it's going to be the hardest challenge for Conte and Guardiola, in their respective careers. Klopp already experienced it already, and he's gonna, there's gonna be more pressure for these managers. There's more class and quality in managerial positions, and now you have, Ranieri still at Leicester City, the champions. So a lot of competitions, not just on the field, but on the touchline in terms of managers. A couple other things that Mourinho talked about was the lack of Champions League football. This is what he said, quote, I feel a bit frustrated that I am not playing Champions League. I am chasing Sir Alex's CL record for matches. Now, that's really not a surprise either. We know Jose Mourinho. He's won plenty of UCL titles with Porto and Inter. And he's going to obviously want to come to Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, and he's going to want to win titles, not just domestically, but on the continent. So, yep, not a surprise there at all. And he also said that he won't accept anything but a top 4 finish, but he also added that he's going to be wanting his players to push for the very top. The biggest surprise in terms of talking points about the actual roster was that he came prepared with 49 players that he promoted from the academies at Chelsea, Real Madrid, Inter, and Porto. And he had a list at the press conference of 49 players. Now, he didn't read, to my knowledge, all the names of the 49 players, but it just goes to show he came prepared for about everything that these journalists asked him on Tuesday.
You know how many young players I promote to the first team from academies? 49. Do you want to know who they are? You don't want to know who they are. 49. 49. If you want, or if any one of you is interested, I can give you that. I promote 49 players from the academies, from the clubs, and with 2 factors that are very important on these records.
And he has a lot of people that criticize him, saying, he doesn't develop the youth. And while he pretty much shut those people up for good, I hope, to me, there's at least maybe half of the players that he supposedly promoted. A lot of those players haven't developed into notable names or any, specialized player. So while he is, right to defend himself, and he has the evidence, 49 players. That's not like something, a little amount. And he also noted that he didn't promote these players due to injury. So he did it due to simply developing the players. But like I said, a lot of those players really haven't developed much. Some are playing in Israel, others are playing in, their division, English football. So there's better coaches in terms of development than Mourinho. That's just my opinion. But anyway, follow me on Twitter at C_V_news. I write a bunch of articles. I will be doing these videos more frequently. Points of emphasis. Subscribe below to the channel called Chess Match on the Pitch. I cover La Liga, EPL, Champions League, anything football, world football related. So definitely subscribe. And again, I say this at the end of every video. If you don't want to watch the whole video, go in the description and there's a time log for each talking point of the video, so you can fast forward to the point that is of most interest to you. Anyway guys, the next video I'm going to be doing is which position in soccer, in football, develops or nurtures the best managers. Huh? I know you want to know the answer to that one, so stick in tune for the next episode, and I will see you later.